this is the £15 million clubhouse at the Emirates course in Dubai, and soon somebody is going to be £130,000 richer for winning the Desert Classic. I wonder if it'll be the Australian Stephen Allan. He's certainly given himself a good chance.
Yes, he certainly has. He's trying to bite off the dog leg at the 18th, and he's in trouble. However, we can see his ball lying there, so he'll be able to knock it up towards the green.
Karlsson's second to 16. Everybody running out of holes now, but needing to retain concentration to the maximum.
Well, Robert Karlsson seemed to like his second shot there, but he got the wrong club, so he's very disappointed, and that'll leave him a very difficult chip shot. Now, Stephen Allan's second shot at the 18th seems to be very optimistic that he can carry this on. He's having a go at it anyway.
Metal wood. Oof. You
Well,
gather from the body language, it's in the drink. Oh. Well, I was saying about having to retain maximum concentration, and maybe that's a sign of immaturity.
that's certainly inexperience. That would have to have been the greatest shot of all time to have reached the green there at 18.
Well, if he wins, of course, he retains his card for next year. The winner this week gets £130,000. Second prize £85,000 out of a total pot of £770,000. Well worth playing for. Ernie Els is going to get a big check again.
Yes, and this is Ernie Els' second shot at the 17th. Dead on line, just a little bit short.
351 yards is nothing to these fellows, and gives him a birdie chance. Let's see what José Maria can do here. Delightful looking hole.
Yes, it's a nice hole. José Maria's view of the hole will be blocked out by the palm trees, so he's very reliant upon his distance marker, his yardage book, and he too has come up a little bit short.
Oh, good crowds here, as you can see, the marquees. Everybody has a good view, and they can look down now on Stephen Allan's fourth shot here at 18.
Yes, Stephen Allan's elected to take it quite well back from the water hazard to enable him to hit a more full shot in here for his fourth shot. So, fine shot from Stephen Allan, didn't quite back up, but that shot will try to save his par.
Karlsson, meanwhile, has to read this right. The ball is going to come down that green from left to right, running down towards the hole. Hates it. It's not going to move anywhere, isn't that?
No, he opened the club face and the heavy Bermuda grass turned the club face and ended up with a slight pull.
Well, Olazábal can really increase the pressure by holding this one. It'll take him to 18 under. He has always enjoyed playing with the sun on his back.
Looks good.
What a roar. I said he liked the sun on his back, and the warmth of Dubai is bringing out the best in José Maria Olazábal. I'm sure they'd love to see him win. He won that Spanier Masters last year in Maspalomas. Now then, Karlsson, this to save par, and well, the drama continues unabated.
Yes, José Maria's putt on the 17th is a very important putt now, with Robert Karlsson dropping a stroke and Stephen Allan hitting his second shot into the water at 18. Ernie Els isn't going to win this week, but he'll certainly be finishing well up the leaderboard as usual.
And this is the leaderboard, and so José Maria just has that one-shot lead over Stephen Allan. Anything can win, but Robert Karlsson slipping back, and sadly for him, after 3 marvellous days, he's now 3 shots behind. And a vital putt now for Allan.
Very slippy putt. Downhill. So, this putt to save par for Stephen Allan. Very important, and give him still an outside chance of winning this event if he can hold this putt. Looks good. Oh, didn't quite take the break. And it's moved a good 2 feet past.
Now the wind whipping across the lake. As Allan holds out bravely. So whatever happens on the final leaderboard, it's been a very good week for the man from Melbourne. He'd only won £3,440 prior to this week, but that closing 68 to follow rounds of 67, 70 and 67. I mean, it's an excellent week for him. Now, I suppose the cynics will say at least Greg Norman's gone the distance this week, unlike in the Alfred Dunhill PGA, where he walked out because of a prior engagement.
Yes, it hasn't been Greg Norman's week, but nevertheless he's still 11 under par. He's taking no chances with the lake at the second shot, 18. Doesn't really have much green to play with for that bunker shot. Very tough bunker shot with the lake in the background. Now José Maria on the 18th. Crowd like it, and that's why. Perfectly in the middle of the dogleg at the 18th.
Very challenging hole, 547 yards. And the water very much a major factor. Ernie Els. Generally long, very long off the tee, of course.
Trying to cut off the dogleg again. Well, you know, when things don't go your way, you end up in trouble. That could easily have kicked clear, but that gives them no chance of going for the green.
Meanwhile, behind on the 17th, Robert Karlsson's second. He's not out of it. I mean, he could eagle the last, who knows, especially here in Dubai where things do tend to happen, and that's a pretty good shot fired in there right over the flag.
The problem for Robert Karlsson now is that the destiny of the Desert Classic does not depend on his results, it depends on someone else. So this is Ian Woosnam. Third shot, fine shot. That was his third shot at the 18th.
It was a wonderful shot from there, wasn't it? That was a really difficult one to measure. Now Garrido, his third shot, and a beautiful birdie putt there at 17 will take Garrido to 12 under. It's going to be a big year again, you feel, for Ignacio?
Yes, he is, and he's a young man. He's going to have a good season. Now Robert Karlsson for birdie on the 17th. Oh, just hit an edge.
And Karlsson got his tap in there for par as we move on to Greg Norman. And rounding his week off with a birdie in that closing round of 73 for Norman. 12 under then. 67, 68, 68 again and 73. And who's had 18 wins in Europe, but it won't be 19 this week. Olazábal, on the other hand, has won 16 times in Europe. I wonder if it's going to be number 17 for him.
Now Ian Woosnam for birdie, the last hole. Has to aim it well left. No, he didn't quite like it at all. It was a tough putt. So, a par for Ian Woosnam and a round of 73 and finishes 13 under par.
Now that distinctive style of José Maria coming up towards the clubhouse. Just needs it anywhere around the putting, just short of the lake will do, and he can afford to be conservative, of course, here.
Yes, I think José Maria has shown his experience at the 18th as opposed to Stephen Allan. Take no chances with the lake. Now, Ernie Els is in trouble. Phil Mickelson would have been okay, or Bob Charles, a left-handed golfer, but being right-handed, he's got to compromise.
I thought he was doing a doggy impression for a moment. That was the right thing to do. It was the only thing he could do.
Ernie Els was virtually stymied there by one of the palm trees.
Information being given out to the crowd about the fact that Ernie Els was virtually stymied, and how right the commentator was there about the palm trees blocking his chances out. And here he is now. Completion of a good week. Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, a great third shot from Ernie Els. Very popular figure in Dubai. In fact, very popular figure around the world. Now, José Maria, anywhere on the green? Watching anxiously.
He took the tough route in, didn't he? He didn't fly it over the top.
No, he wanted to get the right club there. He certainly didn't want to go over the green into the bunker.
And there are the Guardian performance data statistics, which show great accuracy off the tee. Greens hit in regulation there, and the players assimilate all the facts and sort out the weaknesses in their games as a result.
Yes, it's interesting to note from the statistics that José Maria's average is off the tee shots 286 yards. I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, it's almost as long as this
hitting.
I think Els is about 295, which is enormous to me.
He does have a reputation for big hitting, Ernie, but José Maria doesn't. Just shows you. Now, this for birdie on the 18th. Nice way to finish. That's a birdie for Ernie Els, and he finishes with a final score of 72 today, 15 under par, and a share of third place.
What a way to get a 4.
What a way to get a 4. Actually, he won't like that. He's been finishing first and second in his last 2 tournaments, so third, he's slipping down the ladder. Now then, José Maria to win the tournament. A birdie would take him to 19 under. This for a final round of 68, and the title, surely, for José Maria. And what a wonderful achievement in a week when he's been under doctor's orders. He's been sneezing his way around the Emirates Golf Club, and he comes out and shoots a final 68, the highlight, that pitch in for the eagle there at the 13th. And this man's career continues to astonish us. Here are the previous winners. The Australian last year, Richard Green. Some great names there when you look at the likes of Fred Couples and Colin Montgomery, of course. Seve going back to 1992.
Robert Karlsson finishing off with a par putt. Disappointing final round of 75 in very tough windy conditions. Finishes 15 under par. Ignacio Garrido, par putt. Final score of 76, 12 under par.
Yeah, so 76 for Garrido, but amazingly at the end of a week where there never seems to have been much more than a shot in it, Olazábal has won by 3. His 17th success in Europe, and he ended 3 shots clear of Stephen Allan. What a very good effort that is from the Australian. And we can now hear from the new Dubai Desert Classic champion.
It has been an amazing week for me this week. The start of the tournament, I almost withdrew for the tournament because of my health condition, and if somebody had said to me that I was going to win this tournament this week, I would have said that he was quite crazy.
Crazy isn't the word. It's moved Olazábal up into second place in the Volvo rankings behind the South African Open champion Ernie Els. Greg Norman's been taking it rather easy this week. Lee Westwood wasn't quite so relaxed. But you know you're going to be champion when you hold shots like this one. The Dubai Desert Classic champion for 1998, José Maria Olazábal.